What's going on? It's your boy TJ, the mayor. This is the Beyond the Tracks podcast, your favorite podcast. Gentlemen, I don't have, my gentlemen aren't here with me right now. Shout out to DJ Big Mike. Shout out to the infamous RO. They are both on vacation. They will be back tonight for a very special event, and we'll tell you about it here in a little bit. But joining me in the studio today, we have the sponsor, Mikey Shu with 8 Mile Vodka.
Let's go.
And then sitting next to him is Downtown Dev. Mayorio. Look at my lips and say Mayorio. Am I saying it right? Mayoral, yeah. Mayoral candidate.
Oh, yeah. It's almost as good as soliloquy.
Ooh, you've been watching. Caught me slipping. Devin Rucker in the motherfucking house, y'all.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How you gentlemen doing?
Doing fantastic, brother. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Tony the Tiger type great.
Ooh. Really is that because we've been together all day?
It might have something to do with Dev's hat because it is orange like Tony the Tiger. It might be that, or it might be because we've been together all day running these streets.
Mix of both.
Mix of both.
I like it.
I like it. We've been together all day, and I'm not gonna lie. Like when I hang out with you guys all day, we're getting a lot of business done, but I feel like it's not business because we're having fun, and this is the part where.
And we're having a lot of fun.
Cheers, fellas.
And let me tell you why we're having a lot of fun. We're having a lot of fun because shout out to our sponsor, 8 Mile Vodka. Mikey Shu, George Berkelest, the Tomey brothers, and everybody over at 8 Mile. Special shout out to them.
Preach.
You know when it's a party, it's only a party if there's an 8 Mile party.
Let's go.
Church.
My man.
And let's talk about construction.
Oh, we got JC Quality Construction. Do everything from the 2x4 to the key to the front door.
Dog, y'all.
And if you mention this, he'll give you 15% off all materials. Boom.
Listen, I'll go ahead and leave right now. Y'all can just take over. Up. Go ahead. I wish I had the button so bad. Now I really wish I had the button where I can go.
Hey, that's just as good. That's just as good.
DJ Big Mike, infamous RO. Y'all in trouble, man. These two,
I love you boys, but you're on notice.
They trying y'all right now, bro. They trying y'all.
I'm a faithful member to the Beyond the Tracks podcast, so I only say that because I watch this each and every single week that I can recite that like that. So. Special thanks to you guys for bringing us
Dev, thank you.
No, absolutely.
Thank you.
I say like I'm one of the guys, but I'm not.
No, you are. You guys both know you're one of the guys for sure.
I feel like we are.
No, you definitely are. You definitely are.
For sure.
You definitely
them
are.
boys.
Them boys.
I appreciate you guys. And shout out to Dev, shout out to you in the development group. We got a chance to be with you and the homies from development group. Shout out to Pete Rendina also.
Pistol Pete.
Pistol Pete.
Pete, it does matter.
Tell him.
I wasn't going to say it, Pete. I wasn't going to say it.
Get it together. Tighten up.
That's what happens when you don't show up, Pete. That's what happens. They beat you up over it.
It does matter. It does matter. We just got done shooting a nice little promo video. And before we get into all that, I have some shout outs that I have to get to right damn now because we have some really cool shit that's been going on lately, and we'll talk about a bunch of them. This is another shout out, going to be another shout out podcast for basically recapping what we've done in the last week, which is there's a lot of cool stuff been going on downtown. So, and also I have to my neighbors across the hallway, Brain Jerk Company, have give it up to them, man. They definitely get a golfer's clap, bro, because they have been fucking running amok around this town, and I'm loving every single second of it. So shout out to them fellas over there. Also I'm shouting out the building right now. Shout out to Basement Dwellers. Shout out, I got them right here. No Paint, No Pleasure, and Introvert Emporium. Shout out them two young ladies. They have it going on downstairs. I'm trying to maybe get them to come up and say a few words. I know they get shy and everything. They're introvert, not extroverts, obviously, hence the name. And also shout out to Spotlight Studio, Club Cardio, and everybody upstairs. So shout out Omar Furden. He's also in the building. Kyle and Adina Buckley down the hall. Shout out the whole building, man. I want to make sure I get that shout out today because we were talking earlier in the Brain Jerk office, and we are just so blessed to be in a building where there's so many cool, dope, young people trying to do something. When I say young, I don't mean by age. I mean young as in the energy, the spirit in this building. Every time we walk in here, y'all feel it.
It's crazy.
We love it. We sit on the balcony. You can't sit on the balcony without seeing 2 or 3 people walk past with some great energy that you know. So shout out to everybody in the building. So Yeah. So anyway, I got them shout outs out the way, man. Let's get to it because we got some shit to
Let's
talk
do
about,
it.
bro. Because I
Let's
had a ball this weekend. You heard me? A ball. A ball. Y'all didn't have a ball?
Listen, Dev had a snake in his hand.
Dev did have a snake.
There
We
was
had a
no
pause.
reason to leave the city this weekend. I thought that was one of the coolest things. Starting off
nuts.
at Friday night with Friday Night Boxing
Yes.
at the Opportunity Center. And one of obviously the biggest stars around here, D Mills wasn't even in the ring, but he obviously was hosting. But everybody else, Matt, Zach Drummond's made his pro debut. We got professional boxers knocking dudes out of the ring.
Clear out the ring. Like
Crazy.
smooth out the ring.
Out of the ring.
Like, Mikey, I remember I was standing next to you and I was like, I think this dude's out the ring. We were on the balcony. No, I was standing next to you, Dev. I was like, bro, I think this dude's like out of the, like, I don't think he's getting up. And I couldn't tell where his head was at. I didn't know if it was on that table or in between that table and the ring. I don't know, I ain't gonna lie. I got a little, I said,
It
oh
was
man,
on
this
the table,
is,
yeah.
this is
Just his
violent.
feet was in the ring. That
Just
was
his
it.
feet. That's all I
Yeah.
seen from my angle was his feet. I didn't know where his head was. I said, oh man, like this shit got violent. Ain't nobody even pull out no pistol and it got violent.
These are real.
No, they're for
These
real, for
things
real.
were real and they,
They
were
were real.
flying. Even
Lethal
for the
weapons.
kids.
They were everywhere.
Shout out to the Joe's kids that took home trophies. There
Yes.
was no
Oh, that
was
participation
great.
trophies, but if you did your business,
Yes.
ding dong,
Mm-hmm.
you got your trophy, and that was really 400 plus at the Opportunity Center. Come on,
Is that what it
man.
was?
It had to be.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Every bit of it. Every bit of it. And TR and D Mills, it was a D Mill promotion. D Mills did his fucking thing. He's got a fight coming up next month at Motor City. We can't wait to attend that. We'll be talking about that on next podcast.
And shout out to Kim too, man. Kim really did
Kim
her
Ruiz,
thing.
yeah, man.
Jeez,
Yes,
man.
yeah.
Kim
Shout out
was
to Kim.
Goodbye.
all over the place,
Everywhere.
just killing it. Like
Everywhere. I felt like a star. I was on like
Yeah.
18 videos that she had posted. I said, oh shit, look at me. They're gonna think that I'm a groupie or something.
And the next day at 8:30 a.m., they're cleaning up.
Yeah.
Like, it's not just because the fight's over doesn't mean
Right.
someone's got to help, and that was really cool to
Yeah.
see her take over, really. That was awesome.
what was cool about that, real quick though, was they had some. Was it people doing community service?
The JAWS program.
Okay, so I don't even know what that is.
Oh, I do.
What is it?
I'm a
Is it
veteran.
like?
It's see, y'all didn't know about this. Downtown Dev got a record. Listen, it was the Jail Alternative Work Service Program.
Okay.
That's JAWS. And it's so cool because that is a community service thing. So I walked in there as a JAWS veteran, saying, I already did my time. You know what I mean? But letting them know, hey,
But seeing you take time and talk to some of these guys, I was like, damn, man, that's what it's all about.
because
Like
I've been there. Like,
coaching this kid, like, oh, you're in this for fighting? Like, you need to talk to
you got the
Coach
boxing
Riggs
ring.
right here.
You got the boxing
Yeah.
ring out there, and he's in
Go
trouble
talk
for
to Coach.
fighting.
Yeah.
And
Like, that was awesome to me.
sometimes that's all it takes. And he was in the right place at the right time. And unfortunately, the right place was the ALCC after Friday Night Boxing. And the right time would be
That
because
was so dope.
You're on community service. Like, good things can come from that.
Right.
So
Oh, you're absolutely right.
it was just really, really fun, something for me personally to walk in and, like I said, to be a veteran of that program, having to serve my time through, doing community service. So cool to get back into.
Oh,
it.
that was awesome.
It's
Watching
gonna
you
be
talk to
okay.
him. Yeah.
So that was cool.
That's dope, man. That's dope. Everything about like what you guys are saying right now and the event leading up to it, talking about the day after, and just Todd Riggs, Keith Vining, Tony Anderson, Kent Brinson Jr. I mean, I know I'm leaving some people out, but I mean, is there any better like boxing coaches and mentors of people that just really care about this community? Actually, shout out to TR, man. Todd Riggs just got that award last week.
Yeah.
That is correct.
Yeah, man. So shout out to
Another
TR,
We
man.
like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, man. It was an incredible event, man. I had fun too, bro. We
it
got
was a
our
blast.
adult on too. 8 Mile was flowing. I had me a couple 8 Mile
Absolutely.
drinks.
But also seeing the kids, from the community aspect of it, seeing that they're so excited. It was such a cool thing to be a part. And then, like you said, following the next night, a whole different
Bro.
set of entertainment.
A whole different turn up.
Bro. Oh, hold on. But hold on. We can't skim over the fact that, and I should say this, the best server that night. Who was serving us?
Oh, silly Jilly.
Jillian had
Silly
me in
Jilly.
tears back there. She was entertainment all on her own.
Oh, yeah.
We're talking about Jillian, one of the homies. Actually, one of the homies' daughters, man. She was behind the bar pouring it up, man. She is entertaining in herself. Like she's a great intermission to watching people get like bashed around in the ring, and then you go get a drink, and then she's just bubbly and just entertaining. It was dope, man. It was a dope setup. Shout out to security too, man. Security doesn't get enough shout outs. in a lot of places, man, because we're talking about, here's one thing that people don't realize sometimes is that we're talking about we're in a place of 400 or 500 people while there is a violent sport going on where it's literally you're beating each other up. You know what I mean? And just male and female both, we get this in us. It's our competitive nature to feel away when we're in there. You know what I mean? Some people can hold it together, some people can't. So shout out to the crowd control and the EMS that took care of old boy. Like, I think everybody did an amazing job at this event. And I can't skim over it. I know we're going to go to Saturday night, but also, like, I can't skim over the fact that it was a well put together and well ran. And shout out to all the staff at the community center, Manjo, Anthony. Like, everybody just did such a great job, man.
Well, just the crowd, the city. Like, shout out to security, but we didn't need them because, I mean, everybody just had a great time with the event. Like, thanks for being there, but you know what I mean? Like, there was never any kind of altercation or anything close to that. Like, it was just an awesome event.
Bro, everybody was smiling, bro.
Because they were sipping that Mile Vodka.
Well, that too, which actually sold out.
Yeah, it did. I had to refill them. We got it taken care of.
Yeah, you sure did. You sure did. And at that point is where I said, ooh, I'm a little buzzed. We ain't going to get into all that, but yeah, and as Downtown Dev was mentioning, the next night, we literally wake up the next day and we have something to look forward to the next night. Dev, why don't you talk about this? Because Nate was just on our podcast. You guys heard him. If you guys haven't, go back 2 podcasts ago. We had the Brain Jerk Boys and Nate Thompson with Spooky Films here, and it was dope. So go check that out if you haven't checked that out. But Dev, tell them where we was at Saturday.
We went to the RRCA, and it was packed. The line was wrapped around the building, and shout out to Nate Thompson to see his name on that marquee with the lights going around, knowing what he is bringing to this community. We said this today. You know damn well there was people that have never stepped foot in that building until Nate Thompson brought horror films to the RRCA.
I'm one of them.
You never stepped in that building?
Never. Bro,
you didn't come watch your boy on stage 10 years ago, bro? 12 years ago?
Yin Yang Twins.
I mean, you weren't my boy then, but unfortunately, I mean, we just didn't know each other. We knew who each other were, but we didn't know each other.
Whoa. Awkward. But you was my dad's, like, homie. That makes us homies. You just didn't even know it yet.
Yeah, I didn't know it. I didn't, but no, I never stepped foot there.
I thought you, for some reason, man, I thought you've been in there for something.
Even out of school, like field trips and plays and all that, I skipped that day. I'm like, if we're not going to be in school, I'm going to be at home. I ain't going to sit in this place.
That's why we need things like Nate Thompson. Mm-hmm. That's why we need things like Spooky Films. Yeah. I'll look you dead in the eyes. Horror is not for me. But look at how many people it was for.
It's not for me either. I went to support the homies, but honestly, it was so dope.
It completely something different than I even thought of. For me, I'll say closed mind to the horror film. It's just not my thing.
Girls in white dresses with long black hair is the scariest thing in the world to me.
And
that's what happened.
It rocked out. And to see people, and then, there was free food there for those guys. That was cool, too.
For us, too, we had hot dogs.
That's what I'm saying.
Free.
And shout out to Brain Jerk and Kyle and Kayla for executive producing that and putting that together.
And Ryan. We got to shout out our boy, Ryan.
Bro.
Just making it happen.
Going back to Friday night, D Mills said, hey, we need to live stream this event. I said, I'm not the live stream guy.
Right.
I'm the dev group guy. You need to call the dudes that do a live stream every single day. I had Josh and Tier up there, I kid you not, at 12 o'clock. Fight night, didn't start until 7, doors open, or fight started.
Right.
We were there for 2.5 hours. They figured it out. They brought the live stream in. I think they had 215 people that live. That's 215 people from hopefully around here that would love to see the boxing event but couldn't. But thanks to Brain Jerk, they were able to.
Yep.
So and then the next day, thanks to Brain Jerk, they had food. And all I'm saying is I knew this. This is nothing new to me. As soon as I saw the 3rd episode of Pillar Talk, I knew these two were going to do something. I didn't know Ryan was a part of it yet. And now to throw Ryan in the mix is like a knockout.
Oh,
he doesn't stop. Any objective that you have, it's okay, let's overcome it. How do we do it? And it's really, really awesome. And I'm not trying to take away from Nate and the horror films, but we have to throw fucking flowers at these guys.
Absolutely.
They're doing something that's, and once again, I knew I couldn't reach certain people, but they can. And certain people will hear of the dev group because of Brain Jerk Entertainment. It is a everybody has to help everybody type thing, and they get it.
It is. And you know what's really dope is that, and sitting right here, Mikey, you know how Mikey gets. He doesn't take credit for shit. Like, he's all humble and all. You know how he gets. You know what I mean? Like, nah, man, it's nothing. But we just all became in the same room, and a lot of us ended up being in the same room because of Mikey. And we got to give Mikey his flowers because we're always in a room with dope ass people. And just today, we're in the room with Brain Jerk. We're in the room with Development Group. We're in the room with BTT. We're in the room with 8 Mile Vodka. We're at Amayas. Our homie, Tino Amaya, at a great restaurant with great staff members. I love going in there every time I walk in. It's a movie. Like, you know how people say that? Like, it really is. It's like something that you could film in a small town, like where you walk in and it's love. No matter if people know you or your waiter knows you or doesn't know you or whatever, like, it's the same love. It's that feel that we're supposed to have around here. And that's what I was so excited about Saturday, was because the feel, the love. This is and I told my brother this. Shout out DJ Big Mike. DJ Big Mike and his wife came. It's actually they came back from a vacation for this. They're on a week and a half anniversary vacation. They came back for this. And what was dope was, like, me and him was talking, was like, man, one of the dopest things is that, like, Nate might have known a lot of people there, or Ryan might, or like, it was dope with, like, seeing a whole different group of people that I don't usually see come out to events. And we're all working together and we all commingle, and nobody really, like, when we're all taking that picture together, we're like so many different entities all in one picture. And people are seeing that around town, and they're like, so you fuck with them, you fuck with them. And they see that we're collaborating, not competing.
I say it all the time. Like, if you look at us individually and then together, we don't look like we belong or wouldn't do anything together. But then you got all of us that just make it happen and build each other up.
All ages.
That's the biggest thing, yeah.
All different things. Like, you know, we talk about this all the time with my fellows over there at Jokes and Jams. Like, Would Never Say Never, Totally Focused, BTT, you know what I mean? All the cats, Montague Creatives, Scratch Click. Like, you take all of us and that pretty much makes sense. You know what I mean? But then you throw all the other homies in there, and people are like, oh, you know them, and you know them, and you know, and everybody from that crew knows everybody from the other crews, and we're all like, you know what I mean? And people are, what I'm saying is, the people that aren't in the rooms that we're in sometimes, when we're planning shit out or trying to do stuff, what I loved seeing Saturday was like oh, you know Nate? Oh, you know Ryan? You know, they didn't know that we knew all these different type of people, and when the city sees it,
and how well we know them.
Yeah, exactly. It's not just like I know who he is from Facebook or something.
We work with these.
Yes, we definitely were fly with these mother. Oh, I almost cussed. I was trying to be positive and I wasn't trying to cuss. But what I'm saying is that when the people see us all commingling like that, it sets a vibe and a precedence for the city to start moving accordingly.
I say it all the time. We move different.
We move different, and then we're leaders, man. We're leaders in a way, like, you know how it is sometimes, and I'm not trying to bash anybody, but you know, sometimes people wait, and it's just the world that we live in. Sometimes people wait.
I wait to see if it's popular.
To see if it's popping, if it's cool, which is fine. But you waited, and we showed you, and now people are like, okay, so it is cool. This is cool. I actually did like them, but I didn't know if I wanted to, if I was supposed to like them. You know how that shit goes.
It's just like music, you know? Until when you find that song, now you love it.
Right.
Okay. I guess, and I get excited telling people I knew T-Rup and Brain Jerk Josh were going to be something at episode 3 because I could see it, right? They were being genuine. They were being so genuine with what, I'm like, oh my gosh, just imagine if we teamed up with them. And if the people that we're going to find along the journey that we could. So it doesn't really surprise me because I knew this was going to happen. It's just, it takes time. It doesn't happen overnight. Like you said, we're creating events for these people. That's the coolest part. Like, we are bringing the entertainment to the city that we want.
And, I mean, not to cut you off, Dev, I know you said that you don't get with the scary shit. We talked about that when we did the 8 Mile commercial. Remember back when that was before Halloween, and he was like, I don't really fuck with the... And Mikey, I know that you're not really, you kind of in, but not really into.
Bro, women, like little girls in white dresses. I mean, I know she's grown, she's not a little girl, but white dress, black hair,
and that movement where they move in cereven ways, like their bodies cracking.
I didn't even want to come in the building today because it was shot here.
I was just about to say, bro, that's not even like our cup of tea as far as the movie selection. I fucking love. Like, we haven't even talked about the actual films. I fucking loved all 3 of the films. to the point where I was supposed to come up to the studio that night. We were sitting out downtown. It's only a block away from our studio. Remember, we were sitting out front and we were deciding if we're gonna go home or go down. I was like, I'm gonna go to the studio, go do some stuff real quick. And then when I found I was by myself and nobody was coming with me to the studio, I'm like, no, I'm not coming to the studio. People, the reason why I'm saying all that is because one of the scary scenes, actually the scary scene, is filmed on the floor of our studio. And like, this is a 100-something-year-old building, and it creaks, and it has maybe some ghosts. I don't know, but I'm just saying it's really tough to be here at night by yourself when nobody else is in here. I said, no, I'm going home. I'm cool. I'm cool on that. I'm cool. I'm gonna go ahead and head home. Go get some shitty food. I went and got that shitty food, by the way, Mikey. I told you I was gonna get it, and I got it.
I was gonna text you and ask you if you got it.
Yeah, and it was horribly nasty. And I still love the fact
that because I was sitting next to, me and April sat next to DJ Big Mike and his wife. And then you were in front of us because you came a little later than us. And then you disappeared. So I thought TJ just left. I'm like, listen, he's going to come back. He's out in the lobby acting like he wants some of this food. I'm like, he was too scared to watch this movie. But then I found out he was up in the balcony.
Bro, I was up there with downtown
Dev
and T-Rup. T-Rup.
I didn't get that memo.
Brain Jerk Josh was up there.
Spooky.
Him and
Kenny
his girl
Urban.
was up there. Yeah.
Was Kenny up there too?
Bro,
Kenny
upstairs was popping.
I felt like
that's where the hitters was at.
I didn't get the invite.
I'm not trying to diss, the general admission, but the VIP, it was just us. It was the homies. It was the people that are putting these things on. Obviously, Nate and his wife and all the actors. Yeah, you're right. But they sat in the front row, and it was just so cool. And it opened a Pandora's box for it. There will be so many more films because of what Nate did.
Yeah. Nate
was the one that said, hey, I'll try it.
I was so scared. April's like, I want some snacks. I said, I'll go get them. I was in the lobby for 15 minutes.
Now, this is another thing we were talking about after the show is that another door that he's opening is we are leaders in the community to kids. Kids look up to us, whether it's like us personally or just our generation. We're at the age now where kids look at like where you're at, and like now kids can go, hey, like I didn't even know that was a thing that you can shoot a film and a short film. People, when you're a kid, you just you think that there's just movies. They don't know that there's indie films, there's short films, stuff like that. Oh my God, and they were at the Marquee that I drive past every day. Like that's the type of stuff. Exactly.
And they don't tell us that around here. That's what I'm saying. I think he does know what he did, but like
he changed the way,
It was, and it didn't have to be a drama. It couldn't have to be a comedy. He did it with horror.
Right. That's not a play, because I always thought that was a place to go see a play.
Right.
Oh, they have plays, and they have,
Right, but I thought that's all it was. So a kid that has my mindset, you can't do a horror film there, premiere.
I was wondering how.
Some people don't even know that they have a screen.
I didn't know they had a screen. I
thought Ryan brought it in.
My bad, I did it. That's something Ryan would do. When he has a screen, I'll get it.
I swear to you, I thought Ryan brought it in. I didn't know they had it.
No, because they do every year. Well, I don't know if you guys know, but they do Rocky Horror film every year.
I thought it was live action.
I think they stopped it because of COVID. I think it hasn't been there. C-word. I don't think it's C-word. Yeah, so they might have stopped it for a couple years, but I remember they had the filming there. It wasn't live. It was
the real Rocky Horror film.
Mm-hmm. I never knew of it.
I thought it was the picture show. Oh, that makes sense. The picture show. Oh my gosh. That's nuts.
Well, so what do you call it if it's not a movie, just a Rocky Horror?
Play. I just would call it a play.
Live action?
That don't sound good on a marquee.
You know who else is in this building
Not in charge of it, but...
Another one of the homies, Jeth Ott.
Yeah, Jeth Ott is literally down the hall right now.
Yes, literally right now down the hall. That's what I'm...
I wish he'd come busting in right now.
I know, right? And that would be his energy too, just to bust in. And just to bust in the door. Like, what's up, guys? With a fucking plate of prime rib. And
so funny.
And a bottle of 8 Mile Vodka.
We're here for it. And like, that's someone just like Tino, another restaurant that gets it. That really gets it of, hey, we kind of have to rock with these times, and times are changing. We can't just do the traditional, picture ad and hopefully someone comes in. Like, we got to get this stuff out there. We got to try different avenues. Yeah. And that's where I love Tino's mastermind, the selfie, the video. Like, he's got it. A lot of restaurant owners know, how does he do it? It's just him.
That's just him. Like, he doesn't practice it. He did one. We just had a. Actually, you know what? You guys are already seeing it because we're recording our podcast. Today's like Tuesday or something. We already did a promo video, but we have a great just an amazing event happening again. We had it 2 months ago. It was called Friday Funnies. Amayas Fresh Mexican Grill presents Friday Funnies. It was just a great time. We're bringing it back again by popular demand. You guys probably been seeing the post out there. We were just down there today filming a video, and One Take Tino hits it every time. One take. There's only 2 people that I know that do one take. We always call Geese. Shout out to DJ Geese, Delmar Hoskins. We call him One Take Geese. And Tino is One Take Tino, bro. Like,
our director of photography, Justin, he goes, are you ready? And Tino goes, just 1 second. Goes, all right, let's go. And knocked it out. Justin goes, so that wasn't your first time? Tino looks at him and goes, yeah, that was my first time. But it was just him. He doesn't have to think about it. No. That's Tino. And to have someone just like that in Jeff, I think I'm excited for this next Taste of episode to really see, like, people are
I can't wait.
Getting it. And
when is that dropping? Soon?
Hopefully soon.
I was out there. We talked about it because I left the filming for that and came right up here to pod that day. And just like I'm doing now, like I was stuffed. You guys fed the fuck out of me, bro. Like, I had ribs.
Thank you to Jeff and the Little Brown Jug. Like
chicken.
He hooked it up.
Calamari.
And the waitress, Tequila. I'll never forget that name because her name is legitimately Tequila. And she's Mexican.
Yeah, say your middle name.
Oh, I don't remember the middle name.
Jesus. Okay. Say your last name.
I don't know it.
Batista. Give me her social. I don't know her social. But Tequila.
Whoa, Jose, I was about to say, hold on.
That was guy.
It's the most random name ever. Like, I couldn't forget it. Tequila, Jose.
That was Jesus.
Oh, yeah. Tequila, Jesus, Batista.
I remember the Batista.
You heard that?
You did. I did hear a little action in there, man. And speaking of Mexican spots, what we were just talking about was Tino Amaya. Let's talk about this, man, because we have an amazing event, and we can't just skip over this. And actually, at this point when we're recording, on Tuesday, I believe there is 5 tickets left. Literally 5 tickets left. That's it. It's a small room comedy. What small room comedy is, for you guys that don't know, it's not some big, extravagant, 1,000-person theater. No, this is more personable. This is where the jokes hit. This is where everybody's like together. It's a vibe. Everybody's there together. It's a vibe together. We're talking about 80. We might let 90 people in. We have 80 tickets. We're almost sold out. We might let a couple extra people in. We really don't know yet until the time comes because it all depends on how much room we got. But so we have an all-star lineup, a new lineup this time. Every week is going to be different comedians. So we have Tim Locke is the feature. Very, very funny. This guy, I just got hip to him, and it's like he's like the type of to me what I call the new funny, which is like I can watch his videos and, like, you know what I mean? Like his TikToks and stuff like that, and he's just a funny dude. Like, you can tell he's a good time. And then for the headliner, we got Steve Sabo, who is a veteran. He works rooms like none other. When I first seen him, the first time I seen him, I thought he was Joey Gatto from Impractical Jokers. He kind of looks like Joey Gatto.
I thought the same.
I was like, you guys said it was Joey Gatto, but yeah, man, very, very funny dude.
I'm so glad you guys know who that is. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No,
Which, I mean, if he ever wants to come, he can pull up anytime.
Oh, me and my girl geek out on that shit, dude.
Okay.
Like, we love him. We watch Impractical Jokers at every dinner meal. Like, I'm not even bullshitting.
Okay.
But yeah, and I don't know if you guys know this, but we have a special guest MC for the night.
Oh, who is it?
Downtown Dev.
Guys, like I said, I am so excited. Grace, my fiance, I've been practicing all week. And like I said, I'm not going to overdo it. I'm just going to be me. But this is my first step into comedy and I get it, I'm just the MC host, but I'm throwing I
know you got some zingers.
I got to throw a few in there. And it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a different side. That a lot of people haven't seen. Obviously, Grace is just, like I said, probably sick of it. I love you so much. Thank you so much. We're getting married this year. It's going to be awesome. But
can't wait for that either.
That's going to be a great time.
I'm crashing if I'm not invited.
Yeah, I didn't even ask for an invite to see if I'm invited. He told me he was going to send the invite. I haven't got the invite yet, and I don't even care because I'll just be there. Sorry.
We're still waiting on our invite.
Sorry, Grace. Sorry, Grace.
No, you'll be there. She knows it. So listen, Friday, it's going down. Tim Locke, Steve Sabo, I'm saying that correct?
Sabo.
It's going to be so fun. And I'm, like I said, for 5 tickets, I pulled up for my family today. I'm like, can I get 5 tickets? Everyone's like, need tickets. I'm like,
we had to scramble.
Yeah, we had to scramble to pull tickets
Tino's like,
together.
I got a few tickets in the bag. Mikey's like, I'm not the ticket guy. I'll bring the vodka. But no, I'm super excited, especially right here in our backyard. This is what we're talking about, guys. You don't have to hit up 75 or 275 for a good time. Mosey down Elm Street, hit front, and have some fun over here.
And guess who's on the ones and twos?
My mentor,
DJ Big Mike, BTT's very own.
Oh, I can't wait.
I wish he wasn't on vacation right now, but he'll be back by the time this airs, and by that night
He'll be there Friday night.
Coming,
for sure.
Yeah, he's coming Friday night to DJ to spin the music.
And he is gonna play a Pac track. We've already talked about it.
See,
One Pac.
Okay.
He didn't agree to it, but
I know he didn't agree to
he
it.
didn't agree.
I'm
to
waiting
it,
for him because
But there is a contract.
I'm waiting for him to say,
and
like,
he
hey, what do you
signed
want to come out to? And I'm like, ooh, you know what I want to come
Yeah.
out to.
I know what you do.
It's not that Make My Way Downtown, is it?
I still love the idea of you guys riding a float, like doing that whole thing. Like, let's bring
Making my way down,
Yes.
bro. If you think like this, first of all, this summer, we were just talking about it with Tino, weren't we? Just talking about all the things that are coming down this summer and stuff. Like, if you don't think that's gonna, I'm gonna try to see if I can book her. Is she even still around?
JoJo's
What is her
actually at
name?
the Fillmore. That's not JoJo. I don't know who that is.
I always forget her name when I'm on the podcast.
I always want to say
When I'm
Jewel,
on
and
the
I know
podcast.
it's not Jewel.
No, it's not. You wouldn't even recognize your name. She had. I don't want to listen. I'm saying I'm gonna reach out to her people and see if she still's got the piano fingers.
Does she play the piano?
It doesn't matter. We'll be drunk. Nobody will know if she is or not. They'll just be like, "Oh my God, that's that song. That's that girl."
You know what I'm saying? It could be
Yeah.
anybody.
It
That's
could be
the craziest
anybody.
part.
I'll do it then.
It could be anybody.
No,
You'll play the piano?
They see the tattoos. They be like, "Oh, that's Mikey."
Mikey, if I see
I can play a key
if
or
I
two.
see you on a float with a piano,
It's gonna be an 8-mile float, just cruising down the street.
yes.
we might have to talk to the fair parade to get that like locked in.
Yes.
It's kind of on. I mean, you've seen some of the floats we've had. Come on, ooh,
Just one big 8.
that'd be it.
I kind of need the bottle.
Oh, the bottle would be cool.
Kinda need
Mikey
the
in a bottle of 8 Mile.
That
Like
would
a
be
big bottle,
dope.
like he's just in there. Like,
If I'm in the bottle, come
Are
on.
you gonna be singing "I'm a genie in the bottle"?
I'll do it. If you put me in a bottle, I'll do whatever. I mean, I'll sing any song you want me to do.
just saying.
I'll do a whole concert out of the bottle.
Well, okay.
Straight out the bottle. Straight out the bottle.
You know what?
A
We're
Mikey
gonna-
Shu coming, man. He's straight out the bottle. I gotta stop.
Is this the second?
That's my entrance.
Ho-
Anytime I go somewhere, I want that song to play.
Is this the second time he's came up with a track today?
I think he's came up with 2 for me today.
Well, when we were filming
No, it was
earlier,
yours,
when we
yeah.
was filming earlier, he just started spitting bars in the middle of filming
Just saying.
with the camera on. I was like, "Oh, what happened?" I almost
brought it
started
back.
beatboxing shit. I was supposed to be eating a taco.
This is-
Anyway,
love
this
this
is-
downtown
Like I said, this is
I like,
downtown.
yeah,
Dev.
I like where this downtown dev's going.
We're gonna have some fun. And like I said, it's almost sold out. 5 tickets left, so it's gonna be sold out.
Oh, for sure.
And we're gonna have some fun. And anybody that has anything else to say, they can take it up with D Mills.
And thank you to the Brain Jerk Brothers once again. That's damn, that's fucked up. And a shout out to Brain Jerk again. Josh bought a couple tickets to give away on behalf of Brain Jerk Company, Brain
yes,
Jerk
he did. Yes, he
Entertainment.
did.
A young lady by the name, she goes by the name of Ren, just won 2 tickets. So congratulations to her.
Shout out Ren.
Hope everybody that comes just here's the thing, man. I know people are gonna have a good time, but like really take it in. Like seriously, like really, I wish people could just say, hey, this isn't just like take it in. Like this is for the people, man. Take it in. Enjoy all of it. Don't enjoy some of it. Don't let your mind free. Walk in the door, let loose, know that you're with family, and just have a great time. Feel the fucking vibe. Like the last one, that's how I was. And I felt like everybody in the building was like, even the people I didn't even know, never even met, I felt like we were just all family in the same room there for a good time. Like I didn't even care if the comedy was good, which it was great.
It was.
But I was just like, the vibe's good enough.
But think about what we have, right? We got amazing people, good food, good drinks.
Yes.
I mean, it's just like
What more do you
Right.
want?
good comics. Like to go out and laugh with the homies, your friends, family, all that. Like eat and drink good.
Yeah.
That's the different
What
thing
better on
about
a
being
Friday
here in
night?
Monroe too. Is instead of going to Detroit, where I look over and I see the Johnsons. Okay, I'm laughing with him. Okay, cool. I see the Smiths over here. Like, it's our true
Right.
community, and that means something.
Yeah.
That truly
See
means
business
something.
owners coming out, right?
Correct. Supporting each
Coming
other.
out and hang, like,
Bro, that's the fun part, especially like at Jokes and Jams, for example, man. Like seeing people like Cal on the dance floor getting busy.
cutting it up.
You know what I mean?
I ain't never seen Cal with moves like that.
Like
And he
seeing
brought 'em
Jillian,
out.
was cool.
seeing Jillian's man get
Tyler,
get
that
sung,
was
man,
so
get sung
awesome.
to by Danielle Page, man. Like that was awesome,
amazing.
and like people in the city that just came out and just let loose. Like that's the vibe. And shout out, like I said again, shout out to my Jokes and Jams brothers. Like this is like a piggyback. They or I shouldn't say they. We do something on a bigger scale, and this is like on a bigger scale. I mean like. More people, a bigger room.
Bigger
you know what
venue,
I mean?
yeah.
This is like the smaller venue. This is like the one that's like, okay, you got this big production, and then you got this, hey, you know what? Let's just randomly kick it every once in a while in between time. You know what I mean? And a lot of the same people come out and show love, and some people that didn't get a chance to go to Jokes and Jams because it gets sold out every time we do an event. You know what I mean? Now they're in tune and they're going, okay, I'm going to go check this out. And we're also going to make sure we keep paying attention to what they have going on over at Jokes and Jams and what they got going on over at Brain Jerk and what they got going on when 8 Mile does another, when they're sponsoring another show, when Development is putting on another show and filming something that like they start paying attention to all the working pieces. And I don't know, I'm just so excited. I mean, I can talk about this forever. I'm excited
Guys,
about what
I'm
it
just
to
like,
feel.
yeah, I'm proud just to be a part of it. Like it's crazy to me.
Well, and Mikey, this is where Mikey gets mad at me. You're an integral part, my brother. You're an integral part.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, we'll just cut it off there.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna push you. you.
I appreciate it. But
Thank
yeah,
you, thank you, my brother. Because
I'm happy to be a part of it, man.
One
It's
thing
huge.
that
Doing stuff with your homies successfully.
yeah,
It
and
doesn't feel like work ever. It always feels like we're just having
That part.
fun.
I was about to say, and what else are we doing? We're just hanging out
And
with our
it's
friends.
super, super cool. I've seen you and your element at Jokes and Jams. We're moving and grooving. I've seen Ryan at a Brain Jerk event moving and grooving. I've seen you at, Crystal Gardens event moving and grooving. Like, as much as we're just here to support, don't get it wrong, but like, there's sometimes we can't even say what's up to each other because we're so immersed in what we're doing.
Yeah.
But whoever the person is, they know why we're here.
Right.
Same way. What you need
just
something,
showing love,
holler at
yeah.
me. I'm here to enjoy quality control every time. We're at one of the IWR events. You got damn well any kid that starts a chant, somebody from Brain Jerk is taking it up to notch. And first, like that
T-Rub's
Yeah, I
taking it
know
up to
somebody
20.
I was about to
20.
say, as soon as you said that, I just pictured T-Rup.
It doesn't matter what it could be. This is little kid says it. Look, this is awesome. T-Rub says, "This is all." I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh. But
Turn it up to 20.
It's awesome. It's support because we're doing cool stuff.
You know what the common denominator of a bunch of this is?
Bunch of Monroe guys that don't want to leave.
100%.
I mean, yeah, but no, I was gonna say, 8 Mile Vodka, and I had to give it a shout out to you and everybody over there because everything that we talked about today has all been sponsored by 8 Mile Vodka. And I know that like not everything can be sponsored by 8 Mile Vodka because it's a vodka company. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna do that in air quotes, a vodka company, but it's bigger than just a vodka company. Like they support things that are for the kids too. No, kids can't drink. You know what I mean? We all know that. We're all adults. We're all listening to podcasts as adults right now. But the stuff that they generate, the buzz they generate, the money that they generate, the give back that they generate goes directly to kids for like all the kids at IWR. Am I saying that right? IWR?
IWR.
Yeah.
Shout out to Gary.
Oh,
Correct
shout
them
out
right
to-
away. We're tagging right now.
Shout out to Gary Paulette, man. Yeah. Who I haven't been able to make it to one, and I apologize for that, but it's,
all right.
it's coming. It's coming.
Our
man.
boy from Shit Gets Deep podcast, Matt Tyner, he made it out to one.
Yes.
Him
Yes.
and his
Him and
That
his
was
boy.
cool.
That was awesome.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you didn't make it, but hopefully soon. Hopefully
You know my
soon, next one.
situation,
Yeah.
man. It's
Got them
I
babies
never
at
ma-
home, man.
yeah,
That's
I'm never
what- yeah, you gotta do
I'm
your
never not making it because I
Right,
don't want to come.
Yeah, 100%. But I was so glad that Tyner came out. That was great. Like
Oh, he loves that shit.
we're
bro.
doing a whole wrestling podcast
Yeah.
next week, actually.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah,
I'm already
yeah.
getting geeked. I'm like, yeah, I love that.
Shout out to Shit Gets Deep, man. Beaker and Tyner actually hit me up today. Science Scott and I said his government name. I'm sorry, Science Scott. But yeah,
Edit that part
It's
out.
downtown
we'll have to edit
Dev.
that out. No, we ain't editing shit. Fuck it. Sorry,
We always
sorry,
say we
Science
edited it
Scott.
out, but
We'll
we
say
never edit
do.
it.
Yeah,
Last time I dropped the.
yeah, you did, but we ain't gonna talk about it because people might have forgot about it by now. Science Scott, Matt Tyner, damn it, Joshua.
And I want to thank you for taking me there, by the way, like to introduce me to those guys. I had a ball on that one. Came home, my wife's like, what kind of podcast is 4 or 6 hours, whatever it was? Hours. I'm like, listen, we had to take a break, and then we had snacks, we had cheese and crackers.
We had a charcuterie board.
It's called Shit Gets Deep.
Right.
We had a charcuterie. Am I saying that right? Does anybody know what I'm talking about?
I have no idea.
The charcuterie. I got you.
Charcuterie?
That's
I don't know.
That's what we call it in my house, the charcuterie board.
Maybe that's how you call it in your house.
Okay, whatever happens in your house stays in your house.
I don't think that's the real
I don't
name.
think that's what you...
Well, it's French.
Okay.
I don't feel like that's...
It was some cheese. We had some cheese. And
that's
some
French,
good,
all right.
and some good wine. Infamous R.O. was with us, who was dropping gems on the way home that night, man. We won't talk about it. We always say we ain't going to talk about it. One day we're going to talk. One day we're going to have
it's
a
like
talk.
The song that you don't talk about, Bruno.
Yeah.
We don't talk about those songs, or not those songs, those stories.
Yeah, you know what? One day, you know what?
I gotta tell you a couple of these.
One day we're gonna all talk to our significant others, and we're gonna say, "Hey, listen, can we just have one podcast where we spill a couple stories, and they're a long time ago, so let's, you know what I mean? And it's not like we did anything wrong, but it's just what guy.
I'd rather just say that, like, women, hey, I'm telling the story for my homie.
Well, what women? You know what's funny?
It wasn't me, but my homie.
Is what women think that we're doing, and what we're actually doing is actually like. We're like idiots. We're nerds. We talk about something. So like it wasn't like we did anything wrong. It's just the stories and hearing men talk. It's just like, man, I want to say it on air because. But even they might even, you know.
My favorite meme ever is whenever it's that same man and woman. She's like in the bed facing opposite ways. The woman's like, I bet he's thinking about other girls, and he's like thinking.
Man, is it Taco Tuesday tomorrow? Or
it'd be sweet
should I get
chocolate
asada?
milk came from, you know.
A white cow?
Yeah,
that's
like
funny.
Just random stuff. Stone Cold should have came out and hit him 3 stunners instead of, you know what I mean? Like,
yes.
That's the shit we think. I mean, at least me, that's the shit I think about.
We had one of those best talks
stuff
on the way home from the Shit Gets Deep podcast that night. That was one of the best stories. It was like what we really talk about, what women think we're talking about, and what's really going through our head and through our mind. But yeah, shout out to This Shit Gets Deep, boys, man.
Oh, I love you fellas. Appreciate you guys.
They're awesome, man. They're coming up on their 100th episode. So nice. All the people that if you enjoy us and you enjoy podcasts and you haven't checked out Shit Gets Deep, I'm telling you, they're 10 times way better than me. I'm gonna say it. They're way better than us. They are. It gets deep. Their conversation gets really deep. They're coming up on their 100th episode. Hit them up, and they want to hear from the people for their 100th episode of what people want to hear on the 100th episode. They actually have a hotline that you can call, and go to their Instagram page. It's Shit Gets Deep Podcast.
Do you know the number?
I don't off the top of my head, but it's posted.
Something Get Deep. I know that.
It is something Get Deep. Get Deep is their actually last 5 digits.
Yeah.
7 digits.
We'll post a number up here somewhere, but it's something Get Deep. I know that.
For sure.
Yeah. What was the number for sure?
Yeah, hit them up. Leave them a voicemail, man. They got a lot of cool shit.
I'm gonna leave one
going on over there, and you can also you can give them a little feedback and make sure you go get one of them Lux bidets that they that sponsors.
That's what I was trying to think of.
Wow, really?
You can get it on Amazon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sponsored by Lux Bidet.
A bidet that just snaps right on your regular toilet, makes your toilet a bidet.
You have one?
No, I don't. They were blessed with one. Lux Bidet actually sent them one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, they actually did a Lux Bidet giveaway also.
Right, because Lux sent it to them.
Yeah.
This is huge.
And they get a percentage off if you mention Shit Gets Deep podcast. And how so great dope. Is it? How great is it that they're called Shit Gets Deep and it's a bidet sponsorship?
Their little slogan should be, "Wow, what a hole."
What the fuck? Dev's been dropping them all day, bro.
He's ready for Friday. He's ready.
Dev is ready for Friday, man. Downtown Dev.
I told you guys, I'm turning a new leaf. Still doing great stuff, but life is short, man, and you gotta have fun sometimes. And if that means emceeing at your favorite Mexican spot because your boy said we need you, hey, don't tell anybody. I told my mom it's like a big paid gig. I'm like, hey, I'm moving up, mom, because she's like, oh, your videos are nice, Dev, and I'm like, no, this is a real deal. Like, I'm going to be at Amayas. There's going to be people there. Just wait till I tell her it's sold out. She's going to be so proud of me. And she is proud of me. Don't get me wrong. I'm being funny. But for real, this is pretty cool to me. Like,
it's funny. Bro, me and TJ went back and forth on.
You're getting paid in fucking tacos, bro.
No. I told
what better way to get paid?
That's like if I could get checking in a savings, just put like a few enchiladas over here and a few of my mama's tamales over here. Because I want to spread it out. Because you know me. I'm trying to eat.
Me and TJ went back and forth on who got to call you to ask you if you could do it.
Yeah, we did.
Because it felt like a privilege thing. Like,
and
I'm like,
no, he's being dead serious right now.
Like, we went back and forth. Like, you gonna ask Dev, or am I gonna?
And
it just so happened that he was busy. Mikey was busy that night, and he really had some stuff going on. And I was like, I just kind of found, I'll call him.
Yeah, I'll like, get it to you.
Because it was a pleasure to call you, man. Because you, come on, man. Do we have to?
Yeah.
Are we just gonna sit here and circle jerk each other off all podcasts? Because I feel like that's what we're doing. People, I'm sorry if you're listening. You're like, man, these guys are really on each other. But you know what? I don't give a fuck. I love these two gentlemen sitting across from me. So fuck y'all.
Love's right back, and we're doing cool stuff. It'd be different if we weren't. If we were doing just like, that's fun, or like, we're doing awesome things. These sellout events, like, this is cool.
I want to see every weekend. Every weekend, I want to see something cool. Like, there could be so much more cool stuff going on down here, and there will be.
It's coming. That's the coolest part.
The summer.
Like we always say that. No, I'm just saying, like, there's so much. We always talk about. There's so much. I like that. I gotta put the camera on you while you doing that.
Refill real quick. We got a couple more things to talk about.
Man, I wish RO was here right now so he can give me a word.
I miss RO.
We're missing the fellas, man. We're missing RO. We're missing Big Mike.
It's not the same. I feel like we're filling in though.
You guys are doing a hell of a job.
I feel like we're doing all right. I feel like we're doing all right.
I know that DJ Big Mike is gonna be very upset though. He loves sitting down with you, Dev.
That's like I said, my mentor.
And you guys are about to have and we won't.
I can't wait to the stuff you guys are cooking up. Like,
they're cooking
I'm
up stuff.
pumped
We'll just say
about
that. DJ Big Mike and Downtown Dev are cooking
I'm popping
up
up
right now.
at an event that I'm not invited to for sure.
Me too.
To see what these guys are doing.
Well, I just think this is going to be the tester on Friday. Like, really just showing people just a little glimpse of what we can. So I definitely will be chatting up to him before we step on the stage Friday, because I believe we are that 1-2.
I know it. I know it.
It's going to be awesome.
Like,
it's going to be awesome.
I'm just so pumped for Friday. And I'm not just saying that to try to pump Friday. And
we don't need a pump. We don't need a pump. It's already sold.
Sold out,
we got 5 tickets left.
Yeah. But this isn't it, though. This isn't the last one.
No, not at all.
What we're going to try to do is we're going to try to give you these events more frequently. Whether it be, Tino's already jump-started the whole thing. Tino has a lineup for pretty much the whole month. We
have a meeting tomorrow morning about some more stuff.
Exactly. We got a meeting tomorrow morning, but we also, just at his restaurant alone, Ben Calderes? Messing up his name right. Sorry, Ben. Ben's actually performing there on Thursday, the night before our event.
Yes.
Because
what's the last name?
Calderes.
Come see Ben play that guitar, sing some songs.
But because they do trivia night, and one of the trivia guys, he had to have a procedure done, a surgery done, and so prayers and thoughts to him and his family. And he's doing okay. He's in recovery right now. He's recovering. Everything went well, but he just wasn't recovered enough to do the Thursday trivia night, which, by the way,
we're the first champs, right?
We are the first champs of trivia night. I'll say that every time I mention trivia night.
First champs.
Don't worry, this is not the first time that I've mentioned that in this podcast.
But we do got to talk about, because I seen somebody take a picture with a plaque or something last week or 2 weeks ago, whatever it was.
Yeah, they got plaques now.
We didn't get
Wait,
that.
we didn't get no plaques. We got a gift card.
We got gift cards.
We got a handwritten. It was like a chalk thing. That's what it was. That said the Dev group.
I don't know.
It might have been that.
It felt like they had something a little more.
Richard Ronnie G moving on up. They have a following in themselves. I didn't realize that. People
kill it.
They kill it.
Follow for Richard Ronnie G's trivia nights.
They'll drive.
And it was Ronnie. Yes, I think it's Ronnie
miles.
G that had a procedure, man. So when you guys see Ronnie G, say, "Hey, man, I'm glad that you pulled through. You walk good, my brother. You walk." Say it with that type of energy. Yep. You walk good, my brother.
I feel like I was talking to Brother Black just now.
You did.
I feel like Brother Black was just talking to me. For a little bit,
you did. I pulled it up. I'm sorry, Ben. I don't know you personally, and he just got put in the card. Like, literally, I just found out about this today. But Ben Calandra is playing guitar April 7th. Well, actually, he would have played it yesterday. Sorry, people. We pre-recorded.
But he was there.
He was there. He
killed
it.
He was there,
killed it. We're already putting shit in the atmosphere,
Sold
bro.
out.
He had a following. There was people jumping up on chairs playing air guitar with him. It was fucking dope.
I was one of them.
People crowd surfed. Shit was crazy.
Thanks,
Tacos getting thrown everywhere. Queso dip was everywhere on the ceiling and shit. Like we almost didn't have Friday's show because we had to clean up. It was crazy. Shout out to Ben on that guitar.
He did it. He did the thing.
Boom.
It was like ICP with the Fago, but with queso everywhere.
Wow. I'm gonna tell you something, Mikey.
I
love Ryan.
He's an ICP ride or die.
But I will tell you this, just like I would tell him, you don't talk about Bruno on this show, bro.
You got beef with him?
No, I can't do it. I can't. That's a whole other pod, bro. I can't do it. I can't do it with them.
Listen, I'm not a fan of them. I'm a fan of what they've done and grown and
okay. Well, we can talk about it. No, yeah, absolutely.
I'm not a fan of their. Will you ever hear me listen to them? Never. But what they've done, Michigan boys, I salute them for it.
I'll give them that respect for sure.
That's all I give.
So I apologize,
but our boy,
this is where it's
our
coming.
boy loves them.
This is where it's coming from, though, and this is where it's coming from. It's coming from not a place of malice. It's coming from a place of annoyance because when I moved out to Arizona, the first thing, and when you're out there, it's hard to get Fago. So when you get Fago, like you're happy about it. You'll drink Fago for a whole week. I don't even really drink pop like that, but just because you can't get it, and I'll bring Fago to work, and people will be like, "Oh, dude, so you like ICP?" No, and they're like, "Well, you got to. You drink Fago," and I'm like, "Nah, man.
I got grape Fago in this cup."
Like, actually,
no bullshit.
You do. He's got grape Fago.
No bullshit. It's in the fridge. I'd go grab it.
How Detroit can you get like grape Fago and 8 Mile? Like you can't get any more Detroit than that.
Detroit.
And then you got a Detroit hat and 8 Mile chain. Anyway,
tats.
Yeah, it was just it's a place of annoyance because they go,
tats.
"Oh yeah, you do got 8 Mile tats too. I forgot about that."
Oh yeah.
But yeah, you get like, when you're in Arizona and you know what I mean, and people just always put that together.
I'm over here just cooking my jokes up. I'm cooking my jokes up right here, right now, and I'm letting you know, I got some heat. I'm just bringing heat.
The 8MV, Detroit 8 Mile Vodka.
I had to put it all together. It took me a second. That's why I just keep staring at it. It took me a second to get with the D8MV. I had to. Sorry, I've been drinking all day, fucking with y'all.
UT or TU? What? Shout out to the. Is it?
Oh yeah, shout out to them.
Yeah,
I don't know what you're talking about, but yeah, UT like the football team.
No, there was the D-Mills had those ladies going crazy at the fights.
Oh, the motorcycle club.
Yeah.
The MC.
Is it TU?
From Toledo.
TU, what it do? Oh, them ladies brought the house down.
Oh, yeah, they was in there. You
talking about the ring car girl?
No. Lady Untouchables. That's what they came in.
I've never seen her.
And they came in like a gang. I walked outside for some air.
They're not a gang. They're a motorcycle club.
Not a gang, excuse me. Motorcycle club. And these days, you better get it right because there's some going on.
Yeah.
But they're a motorcycle club, and they do great stuff. But they just came out to support their man, and it was so cool.
Yeah, Zach Drummond's, man.
Had them riled up.
Oh, that's who they came with?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a part of that motorcycle club. Mm-hmm.
No shit.
Yeah, shout out to Zach, man.
So I actually met him in person on Thursday whenever we went to the weigh-ins.
And it wasn't just Friday, Saturday. It was Thursday.
Thursday,
they had the prelims.
So me and Bronco, shout out to my man Bronco.
Shout out to Pete Rendina at Pete's Garage.
We had to wait. So me and Bronco had a meeting up in Novi, Livonia. And Bronco's like, we got to get back at 8 for these weigh-ins. I'm like, all right. So we go back. Everybody's there. Ranger, Dev Group, everybody's there. Joe Ray was there. Like,
oh yeah, I seen Ranger go live. It was popping for real.
That's when I met him for the first time, like in person.
Yeah, man. Zach, I've known Zach since he was in 8th grade. I coached him in football in 8th grade. And yeah, man, he's got a go check out his story. He's got an incredible story. He's got some ups and downs, and he's in a good place.
Amen.
And I'm proud of him. Yeah, definitely. And the city should be proud of him. Everybody should be proud of everybody that's up there. First of all, for a grown man to get another ring with a grown man and just trade punch for punch, you have to respect that in its entirety right there. But the journey that Zach's been down, you root for guys like that, man, to come back up, and he has.
Everybody loves the comeback story.
Everybody loves
That's it. Because we want to hear like, you failed too and you came back, I could do it. Mm-hmm. That's empowerment.
We're still failing now. Us three in this room, we're young enough. We're still failing, which is awesome. That means we're pushing ourselves to the limits.
Dev, I don't know if it was you I talked to, but I wanted like somebody, because I run into people I went to high school with, and they're like, oh, I see you doing this, it must be nice, or oh, you're lucky. I'm like, bro, you don't see the hustle, and you don't see the behind the scenes thing. I don't know if I talked to you about it, but I wanted to have a show not about me, but just about the behind the scenes stuff and all the failures. Like, people don't see how much I fail.
Yes.
Right? They don't see how much shit that doesn't work out.
Exactly.
They just see the stuff that does.
Yeah.
I'm like, what do you mean by lucky and it must be nice? Like, you don't see all this other shit.
And
maybe I was telling you about that.
We spoke on this.
Me and my cousin Chris.
I wish there was a show about that. Like,
because they always see her with the Adidas and all this other stuff and around these concerts and on stage and all this stuff. And she's like, yeah, but you guys don't see what I do in between all this. But you know what, man? I'm a fan, whether you're a fan of Yeezy or not. I'm a fan of Genius, the documentary that he just had, because that is the epitome of watching his failures. Like, he documented his failures too, and it wasn't like he was failing. It was just
downtown Dev.
He was coming up short. You know what I mean? At different things and overcoming them. He kept overcoming things. You know what I mean? And hopefully he overcomes what he's going through right now. But yeah, no, you're definitely right, Mikey. Like, and it should be documented. We should keep documenting things, man. We talk about this on BTT all the time, man. RO has been telling us for years, document.
I wish there was more like documentaries like that, or you know, something like that. Just, it's not all fun and games.
But it takes 20 years. You know what I'm saying? It's taken.
Yeah.
You had to have that, and just in case it did work out.
I've worked almost everywhere in Monroe. Like, bounced around. I met so many people, but all those little steps led me to the people I've met and what I'm doing. So, you know what I mean? Like, I failed so many times. It's crazy.
And I feel like too, like I don't mention this enough in this podcast, and I'll mention it because you know, I'm sitting in a room with two gentlemen every podcast that we talk about it off the camera, but you know, we're podding, we're having a good time. Sometimes we talk about this subject, that subject, but you know, I'm fortunate enough, and I think everybody in this room is kind of fortunate enough that we had people like a Rome, like a Mike, like, you know, my cousin Aaron, like TR, like people to look up to, people that like mentor you, you know what I mean? Anthony Hoskins always took me to the side and talked to me, you know what I mean? Like, I think me and you talked about one time, I think you might have posted something about, like, I got friends with LLCs, I got friends with master degrees, I got friends with prison numbers.
Felonies.
Yeah. And I've learned something from all of them. Well, I was fortunate enough, I think that we all kind of are fortunate enough that we had people, you know, that we can be a sponge to and soak up game, whether it be good or bad. I soaked up the failures too to learn how to not fail that next time. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. Shout out DJ Big Mike and RO in the motherfucking building. If they ain't in the motherfucking building.
Taking care of you. That's
people
what it is. Looking out and just
yeah.
saying, hey, you know, or they see you go down that path that you don't have to do that. You know,
I've been there, done that.
Here's a whole other opportunity for you that you didn't even know you had.
Hey, Dev, Hove did that, so hopefully you won't have to go through that. Sorry, Mike, if we had to drop a Hove line right quick.
I don't hate on Hove. I love Hove.
I love
He's
Tupac.
just not Pac.
We're not gonna do it. We're not gonna do it.
We can't do it, but
so I'm looking through here right now because I was just on. I didn't know that it was National Library Week.
Can you name all the libraries here in Monroe?
Yeah.
Go.
Monroe Library.
No, the names of the libraries.
Yeah, Monroe Library.
No.
Ellis, I know Ellis.
We got Ellis. We got Dorsch. We have
Monroe Library.
So I don't mean to sound dumb right here.
The Monroe Navarre.
It's the Monroe Library, bro.
I think he's right.
I don't mean to sound dumb, and I'm not trying to like axe anybody's jobs, but what do we need a library for nowadays? Maybe I'm wrong, but
no, actually, what they're trying to turn.
I don't even know what.
Well, this is what they're trying to do. They're turning libraries into actually like, it's not called information center. Dev, you know what's it called?
A community hub, like a more of like.
So maybe I'm wrong.
It's called an information center basically now, because everything is internet, right? You don't need books, but there is still some cool stuff in books.
I mean,
they're giving you the option to have both. So it's a. I'm having a brain fart right now, man, because for some reason when our sponsor comes and hangs out with us on the podcast, my thought process doesn't. I'm not as quick with it.
Shout out to Mile Vodka.
We go to the one on M50 in Raisinville.
Yep.
And like get Riot books all the time. Mm-hmm. And this is how bad I am. I don't even know how libraries work. I'm like, so like I take the books up there. I'm like, all right. And she's like looking at me. So you're good. I'm like, well, how much do I owe you? And she's like, sir, this is the library. I said, I understand where I'm at. what do I owe you to rent these books? Because my son wants to read these books. And she's like, sir, that's not how it works. Like, you got a library card. Like, you just bring it back when you're done.
I think the library needs the dev group to explain this, because I never even thought.
And I'm not just saying that trying to sound stupid. Like, I didn't know.
And think about this, Mikey. You're in your 30s. You know what I mean? People really don't know because they never had.
We have
the
a stack of
library
books at home right now.
I'm just saying, there's a lot of people that, like, right now, that just got out of high school, let's say, that never had a library except for their library at school. They don't know that there's real libraries at work because everything's on what?
No, they should call the dev group and explain that, because people don't know. And I'm not just saying that like to try to plug you. People really don't know.
And like I said, I never thought, because of course I'm saying,
especially these kids nowadays,
they don't know.
No clue. I should have been from the era that knows what a library does, but these kids before me have no idea.
But if you need them to hack into the DMV so you can get your plates, dog, they can hack into the DMV, bro.
Kids, library can?
No, the kids.
The kids.
I'm saying they might not know how to check out a book, but they can
need some shit taken care of.
I need a JPEG.
Hey, they can get you right.
The kids are the next wave.
But it is, they are changing it over into, shout out to Woody Hoffer. Woody Hoffer was the one actually explaining it to me, is that they're, and I'm saying this wrong, I know I am, but in a nutshell, it's an information center now. They're going to turn them into information centers. You know what I mean? So you have access, because everything's internet now. Everything's fast information. You know what I mean? So
people are hanging out at the library. It's not, they're making them cool now. You know, you got TVs. It's, be quiet here. This is a place where you can learn. You can spend 5-6 hours. That's what people are spending at the libraries now.
I'll tell you what, last time we were in there, Riot was drinking a damn Gatorade, running through that thing, not being quiet whatsoever.
It's a new age. It's 2022, man. You can scream.
They're just happy that somebody's in the library.
Free stuff, resources.
And they got these badass chairs. You sit in. I sat in this chair. I didn't think I was getting out.
Awesome. I remember when we had to go to the library.
Oh, yeah. You know the ones. You know the ones.
Do you guys remember when we had to go to the library to get on dial-up internet?
You know how old I feel whenever I'm talking to somebody that doesn't know what dial-up is?
I know what dial-up is.
If I could get that noise as a ringtone, as a constant reminder of where we're at now, I would get it.
And you should.
To know where we came from.
I'm sure we can make that happen.
Never forget that noise. These kids don't even know that noise.
No, it's a real noise.
Can we play it on here? We feed it in or something?
Yeah.
These kids need to hear that noise.
Oh, and then you had to wait for it? And you had to hope that it went through the first time? You might try 4 or 5 times to dial up and then it not work. And then what do? You jump on MSN Messenger, and you put your screen name to where the party's at tonight.
Ooh.
That was my high school years.
Okay, that's good.
Like 9th grade,
bro,
10th grade, like you knew where the party was at because the person throwing the party would put their address as their screen name.
That's good.
And then everybody would like put party at. You know what I mean? Oh, bro.
That's how crazy the times were. If you were on the internet, nobody could call into your house.
Yeah.
So like I'll never forget calling home sick from school, and I disconnected my dad. He was on this game and he was pissed. Like not really pissed, but like yeah. He's like you just disconnected me from the internet.
Oh, hold on. How about this?
Like,
how about this?
Dad, I'm just trying to get home sick.
Hey, I'm gonna hit you back after 7.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, mine was 9.
Nights. Oh, well, I had a good plan, dog.
Yeah, it's brand.
You got. Yeah.
Well, I was no, yeah. Well, I was early in the cell phone game, and I had like you get extra perks being early in the cell phone game. I was early in the cell. I was the first one on Nextel.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
I miss Nextel. I miss them. That noise is the best noise ever.
Yeah, it was.
Those phones didn't break. The Nextel didn't break.
I swear to God, I ran one over with my car. Still worked.
We just had, I don't know if you guys seen on Facebook, I just put a throwback picture of me, Smitty, Josh Riggs, and Kevin Lovell. That weekend we're in Allendale, Michigan. My boy went to Grand Valley State University, so we used to go up there to visit him. And you know how it is when you're in college. You don't really have money. We're working, so what we would do is we'd go up there and we'd bring a bunch of alcohol. We would cook a bunch of food for all the roommates and everything because they don't get a home cooked meal. We went straight to work. We get home cooked meals. You know what I mean? So we go up there to do this type of stuff. So we go there, and obviously Allendale, Grand Valley State, you go to Grand Rapids to go out. We went to the Bob. If anybody's listening, you know what the fuck the Bob is. The Bob is a big fucking building in the middle of downtown, and it has like 800 bars, clubs, restaurants in it. Anywho, before we go to the Bob, we stop at this little bar that got shut down because it's known for heads being cracked there. And we didn't know this, but we lose Bubbles Bizu. Y'all know Bubbles?
No Bubbles.
You know Bubbles?
Not real well personally, but I know who he is.
We lose Bubbles, okay? We don't know where Bubbles is. Bubbles calls me frantically, and I got like, I don't even know, one bar left on my phone, and he's like, dude, I don't know where I'm at. He's just drunk. I don't know where I'm at. I'm downtown. I lost you guys. I don't know where I'm at. And I got so mad because he was just like fucking up my night that I had the Samsung flip phone, all right, and I threw it across the parking lot as far as I can throw it. I was done with having my phone at that point. I didn't want a phone anymore. I didn't want people bothering me. I'm good. I throw this phone. Somebody's like, dog, you can't throw your phone. So Smitty runs over to this parking lot, finds it in 2 pieces, snaps it back together, and a cop walks up to me and goes, hey, if he hands you that phone and you throw it again, I'm going to arrest you. So I put it back in my pocket, not even looking at it. Later on that night, I pull out my phone and I got all these missed calls. The motherfucker didn't miss a beat. Not one thing got scratched. Not one screen got broken. Everything's working as fucking usual. I still got battery. 2 hours later, I was on one bar. They don't make them like they used to, is what I'm saying, Mikey.
No,
they don't make them like they used to.
I love iPhone, but
shout out to Bubbles, man. Sorry, I put your business out there, Bubbles. It was a hell of a night. You know how we found Bubbles that night? We went all the way back to Allendale. We couldn't find him. Right? And we're like, we're gonna go back to Allendale. We're gonna call the police, and you know what I mean? Oh, we just are like somebody has to know. You know what I mean? Like we can't search around Grand Rapids all night. So we're on the way back, and we tell this cab driver, listen, we got this dude. His name's Bubbles. When you see him, you'll know who he is. He's a bubble. All right? That's all we said being drunk. Literally, by the time we got back to Allendale, he drops us off, and his buddy dispatched him to say, hey, I think there were some African dudes, man, spoken some different language. And all I heard him say, Bubbles, Bubbles. And I can hear Bubbles in the background of the dispatch. I'm like, that's our friend. Tell him, give him the address. Tell him we'll pay him as soon as he gets here. Just get him here. We'll pay whatever it is. And that's how we found Bubbles. They shipped him all the way back to Allendale, which is like a half an hour, 45 minutes away.
Lucky didn't send him right to Timbuktu. Never heard from Bubbles again.
I'm sure they wanted to get him where he needed to go.
Somewhere. No, don't know where he's at.
How'd I get out here?
I don't even know how we got on that.
I don't know. I think we got off subject to what?
I think it's because we've been drinking. I think it's about time to bring it back in.
Let's rope it back in. And what are we here for? We're here to tell the people all about Friday Funnies, which is about to go down. And probably what? You putting this out at noon?
It'll be out today. I'm putting this. This will be out at midnight. So I'll see you guys in how many hours is that, Dev? 16.
I failed at math. Okay.
And I can't promise
18
the shape I'm going to be in because I'm going to opening day with Donnie. Shout out to Donnie, owner of Larson's.
Shout out to Larson.
So I'm going with Donnie, Cal from Partyville, Jake Elmer. Are you going?
I won tickets on the Monroe County Reporters page. Well, I got a show to do, bro. I can't. You think I'm about to show up? So
the game's at 1 o'clock.
I don't care. I got.
Can you imagine Dev going to opening day and then coming up doing his first gig?
Let's go.
So I went to opening day today. Almost got arrested. I'm out.
I say we do it.
He falls over on stage.
That'd be great.
Because he's been hanging with Donnie.
I already got my ride set up because I don't trust that Donnie leaves at the time we say we're leaving. So I already got like plan B and C to get there on time.
That's responsible. That's always. And find a safe driver home. Drink responsibly. Drink 8 Mile.
And Comerica at 5 bars has 8 Mile. So if you're going to opening day, drink 8 Mile at all those bars.
Yeah, you can go over to your Facebook, I believe, or my Facebook or Dev's. I believe we all posted a thing for opening day where they're gonna have some shots.
We're in the park now, so like I'm pumped about it. So that's my duties on Friday. Let's go show love at all those bars.
It's work.
Huh? Oh, it's work. It's definitely work.
It's work. It's work. I want to work with you. Hey, can you?
Let's go.
Y'all hired?
Yeah. Can you bring a friend to your work that day? Is that bring a friend to work day?
My guest list is unlimited. Let's go.
It's unlimited, just like that bottle right there. So as Devin mentioned, man, we got Funny Fridays going on this Friday. Actually, today it's going to be a great event. Even if you can't make it to this one, we're going to try to do it at least once a month. Thanks to Tino Amaya for giving us a platform and just definitely a golfer's clap to him, man, because he's given us a space, man, just to do some cool shit. Like it's not about anything more than just, hey, let's have a good time. And that's the way he rocks. That's the way we rock. So I hope to see you guys there on Funny Fridays. If not this month, maybe next month. And, just stay tuned to some cool stuff that's going to be going on around town. Also, Brain Jerk has Drag Queen Bingo coming up. Their first show is sold out, but I believe their June is they still have some tickets left. Am I correct?
Maybe a table. That one's almost sold out.
That one's almost sold out. So hey, if it's not sold out by Friday and you want to go, you better hit them up now. So,
sure.
So yeah, and like I said, Shit Gets Deep podcast, Lunatic Radio, Brain Jerk Entertainment, and their Light It Up and Pillar Talk podcast. Just some incredible stuff going on all around town. Make sure you tune in, like, subscribe, and all that good stuff, man. Because we really are trying to. We literally do this for the people. Mikey knows when I moved back here and we linked up and said, hey, and I remember we had this conversation. I said, you remember that we actually right down the street? I'm like, dude, I do this for I'm glad to be back home. I want to do. It ain't about the. I don't even want to get into it, but it ain't about the ego or saying I'm doing this. No, I really want the city to do some cool shit. I love this city. I love where I'm at. I love the vibe. Let's keep it fucking going. You know what I mean?
That's why we all do what we do.
I'm in. Like I said, we could all be anywhere in the world, but we decide to be here. Like, there's a reason we're meant to be. Mm-hmm. And then when it's our time to go somewhere else, we'll go somewhere else. But for me and my family, this is base. We're staying right here.
So any last shout-outs you guys got for anybody?
I'd like to give a shout-out to Mayor Clark. I went to the city council meeting last night, and I sent an email, I think about a week ago, and he followed up with me personally. So that's the type of guy that he is. And I think these things need to be heard because obviously during elections, and I can't say anything bad about him because he doesn't do anything bad. He's a great guy. But little things like that people don't see. After the election, all the glitz and glam of what's Dev doing now? I'm still attending city council meetings and being received very, very well by our city leaders. So they're doing a great job. I just had to give that shout out.
That B.O.B. Clark. That be like Bob. What? How you do that in Atlanta? Sorry, that's.
Oh, I love it.
Okay.
No,
I love Bob. That's my man. Y'all know that's my man.
That's your dude. My dude too.
No, that's our man. It's like we love
the
Bob
city.
Clark.
It's
the
our
city
guy.
loves
This
Bob.
is our dude.
Mikey.
You know what? I really my man Bronco McCart, man. That's my guy. Like, he's plugged me into a lot of things, but like never asked for anything in return, right? Like, we just had a meeting last week and we're doing some real important things to me, and for him just plugging me into that, like, I can't thank him enough. Like, that's it, man. That's my dude.
And you'll be on another podcast coming up soon.
Shit Gets Deep.
So
we're gonna get into everything wrestling.
Yeah.
Tyner came out to a wrestling event, IWR.
I saw. Yeah. I said that's what happens.
So now we're going full blown wrestling.
WrestleMania
recap, just everything.
Be ready, because those boys go in. They go in when the wrestling. Have you ever heard the wrestling episode?
Bro, I had to go back and listen to it.
Oh, Dev, if you ain't heard it, go back to one of their episodes. It's about wrestling. I'm talking about it'll take you back, bro. It's about that episode. I want to say is probably about a year and a couple months old, because I was painting my nursery before my girls were born and listened to that one, and I was bouncing off the fucking walls. They were talking about old school shit, bro. R.I.P. Razor Ramon. They were talking about Razor Ramon, who's one of my favorites. Like, oh yeah,
I'm getting a tattoo.
Razor Ramon?
Yeah, for sure.
You should. You should, seriously.
So his Hall of Fame speech that he does, like, I recited to Riot, and like he walks around the house saying it.
That's dope.
Hard work pays off.
Yeah.
Dreams come true. Bad times don't last. Bad guys do. Excuse me. That's so gangster.
It's gangster, and I'm so glad that he walks around the house saying that now instead of dissing Pete and saying it does matter.
He still disses Pete.
Oh, he still disses Pete. Okay.
But he does do his face. He don't walk around the house. He does.
Yeah, he's humble until he sees Pete, and then he's like, Pete, yo. And while we're speaking about Pete, man, listen, we're gonna keep going on forever and ever. But let me just say this. Let me say this.
One more when you're done.
Okay, let me just say this. Speaking of Pete Rendina, who I love dearly, man. He moves in such a way that people gravitate to him for all the right reasons, man. He's just such a good dude. So shout out to him and his fiance, and Lil B. And they have a little one on the way. They have a baby boy on the way, man. And we were just talking about that today. And just to see his eyes, man, and, to see him light up, man, that really meant like a lot as a friend. Like, I know the feeling, and that's dope, man. So shout out to Pete. And what I wanted to bring up is shout out to my homie Alex Wellhausen, Welly, Grillin' with Welly, and all that other stuff. Because, Dev, we got to get back on ruining a classic, bro.
I know.
I was thinking about that today.
Bro.
Picture like popped up. I'm like, what happened? Like, we got to go.
It's time. I got to rope the boys back in. Obviously, Welly's got a busy schedule with Pete. You know, we've all got busy schedules, but we make time for the things we want. And I think that's something that was important to us, and it's a great concept, and it needs to be brought back.
Yeah, I think the people want to see that, man. I really do. Like, I know that there's, you know what, that gets a lot of female viewers. I'm not bullshitting.
Because they're probably
women love that shit.
They're probably intrigued.
No, everything about it. Like, Pete's a handsome dude. Alex is an amazingly handsome dude. Like, amazingly handsome. Like, I don't like being in the same shot when we're in pictures with him because he's so
Can see why.
The nicest calves this side of the Mississippi.
This side of the Mississippi. Forget this
Hands
side
down.
of Mississippi. I'm talking about the world, Craig. Of the world, Craig. Got the best
Welly,
calves.
you're my dog. I love you.
Hair, best hair. I mean, we can go on and on about Welly Wellhausen, but I'm just saying, like, girls really do. My girl loves that show. Like, she really does. She was waiting for, anticipating, you know, when I threw a couple teasers out there, and she's like, when's this going to come? And then she put some of her girls onto it, and they were onto it. And I think because the last one was the Christmas movies, I think that's kind of like a females just love the
Feel good.
to feel good, to put
Christmas.
the Christmas
it.
by a fire,
Correct.
romantic-y Christmas time.
Come watch this with me. It's only 13 minutes. Like,
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. So we got to bring back Running Classic. You guys have to bring back Running Classic because I was so grateful to be a part
Bro, that
of
last one, that's when that SD card got stuck in your...
Bro, we had to run around.
Probably
We actually
were
took
going
us
all
longer
over
to
the
get an
place.
SD card than it did to actually film 4 episodes.
Yeah.
That
was a good night.
Yeah, that was a great night.
Last shout out to, for me at least, Donnie Bazinski at Larson's.
Who?
Donnie. You know Donnie.
Who's that?
Fucking owner of Larson's. Had an amazing week last week with him. Dude's plugged me into some big things, and I can't thank him enough. He supported me he was the first bar in Monroe, and he, like with 8 Mile, he's like, excuse me, but he was like, when the fuck are you going to send me this liquor code? Like, I didn't have to sell him on it. It was just, when are you sending me this code so I can order it? Mm-hmm. And he's just done so many great things for me. Can't thank that dude enough.
Yeah, Donnie's a pillar, man.
He is. He really is.
Agree.
He's more behind the scenes guy. Asshole to your face, but behind your back talks great about you.
Yes.
That's what I love. So whenever Donnie says something nice to me, I'm like, bro, are you mad at me? Because I'm like worried. Like, why are you saying something nice to me? I'm used to walking in like, what's up, you little fucker? What's up? Like, you know what I mean? So when he says something nice, I'm like, yo, are we good? And then when it's he's back, yeah, you little bastard or whatever, like, I'm like, all right, we're good.
But when you're not around.
Well, yeah. He pumps me up like I'm a fucking superstar.
And let somebody say something bad about you.
Yeah. I can't thank him enough for that.
And he's going to go in on you. You know what I mean? He's a great dude. It's a great shout out.
That's it, man. That's the last one I got, other than my beautiful wife and my awesome son, Riot. April. That's it.
I love you, Grace.
Boom. You got to shout out them ladies.
She's going to watch this for sure.
So now you guys got to put me on. I didn't know we were going around. Love
Bro,
you,
we
Sam.
got
I didn't
to.
know.
Yeah.
I didn't know we were doing all this.
Love you,
Okay,
April
I wasn't
Riot.
ready. I wasn't ready for a whole. I didn't have a soliloquy or a speech or anything.
Better
Y'all
have
just
something.
Bro,
caught me
you got
off.
to shout out the fam. You
Y'all,
got to.
y'all caught me off guard, man. Shout out.
And then beautiful baby's birthday
I
party.
was going to say my beautiful
Oh,
baby.
it was
Oh
great.
man, the babies.
Birthday
I just
party
showed him a
was lit.
video of these spinner things. Like, me and my babies are going to have the time of our lives playing with these fucking spinners. There's something so simple. Like, they have all these gifts, and they have great gifts. I mean, the piano and the guitar. And they have, like, my sister-in-law got them these bouncy, like, they got so much cool stuff. But for some reason, these little spinner things, dude, they go nuts just watching them spin and stopping them and think it's the fucking most hilarious shit. So I can't wait to get home and play. They're just
It's
on
like
the
buying them a
refrigerator.
PS5, then give me that box right
Exactly.
there.
They're
Let me
like,
see this
that box.
box.
oh, no,
dope as
give me the
fuck.
box to PS5.
Yeah.
Like, why
That's
do
what
I
I'm
don't
saying.
want the console.
Yeah. Give me that box.
Yeah. Yeah, my baby's turned 1, man. Oh, shit. I went the whole fucking podcast. You guys let me go the whole podcast without mentioning that Saturday was our 1-year anniversary from the first BTT podcast.
Congrats, Congrats, brother.
The barbecue box is coming soon.
I remember the first one.
That was the first episode. Do I even? Oh, you know what? I got to do a drop for.
It's the bald head nigga from the glass. You catch me wildin' at the ball like problem child in this bitch.
You know what I mean? I got to do a shot.
I know this 8 Mile is running through me, so I'm gonna have to excuse myself here in a minute.
I can't find you. I'm trying to find you too.
What's up, guys? It's Mikey Shu with Mile Vodka. Had to stop in and check in with my guys over. Please don't tell me it's that first drop I did.
The first drop you ever did before we ever released.
Ugh.
I can't wait to hear it.
It sucks.
I can't wait to hear it.
We got to do another one.
Definitely can wait to hear it. It's fucking terrible.
He was like, "This is what hey, Dev, I swear to God, I can tell the story now." He goes,
terrible.
I don't know what to do with my fingers.
I don't even remember that.
He goes, I kept a bunch of the takes because the one take you're like, oh shit, I fucked up because you said something wrong. And then the other one you're like, I don't know what to do with my fingers.
Bro, because like it's a funny joke between me and a few of my boys. Like every picture I take, I got to do something. Like I can't just have my hands idle. It's weird. I don't know why.
It was the pointing the finger that you couldn't get right. For the
Ooh,
first couple.
I don't know about the gunshots. I do the gunshots?
No, you didn't do a gunshot, but you did give it a point, and then you're like, wait a minute, I don't know what to do with my fingers. I think it was an awkward thing that you just did.
Probably. The whole thing was awkward. I hate the whole thing.
I loved it because it was genuine. The lights wasn't right.
If I'm genuinely that shitty, then like I'm reevaluating everything.
No, it was genuine. Like it was our first time. Like we didn't know. I'm saying we didn't know. We didn't even have like the equipment we have now. We didn't have the mics we had. We just had.
Isn't it crazy?
We had a room in my house that we turned into a studio.
1 year. That's nice.
1 year.
We did the Christmas special there.
Yes, we did. Downtown Dev.
That was fucking fun.
That was great.
That was so fun. That was so fucking fun.
We gotta bring that back.
We'll do it. Well, we have.
All right.
We have a whole building now. We'll do a musical chair podcast where we'll have everybody in the building just
switch.
like the mics will stay hot and I'll go in that room and we'll pod in that room. You guys cover here.
All right, this 8 Miles ready to come out. So
All
I'm
right,
gonna have to wrap this up.
Dev, I want to thank you for being here. Everybody check out Downtown Dev at Funny Fridays. Check him out, Development Group. He's got a lot of cool stuff going on. I won't even keep talking about it. Go check him out. Mikey Shoemaker, as always, brother, thank you for the sponsorship. Not only sponsorship as being just a great homie and helping us out and being a part of everything we do. Shout out to your partner, George Berkeles. Shout out to the Tomey brothers. Shout out to everybody that you bring with you with this product, man, because we love it. We love you. We love everybody over there. And shout out to DJ Big Mike. Shout out to the infamous Row. You know they would love to be here, but everybody needs a vacation, man. And I love you, brothers, and I can't wait to get back with you later on tonight, because it'll be Friday tonight. Later on tonight, we're gonna tear it up, man, at Friday Funnies at Amayas. Shout out to Tino. So shout out to everybody, man. I'll see y'all. Peace.
Let's go.
See you.